What's up guys, Jake Lauer here, and today we're going to be fishing at Lake Tajas in Southeast Texas. I fished at this lake before and it's an ultra clear lake that's spring fed. Today I'm going to throw some top water early and I'm going to test out this like secret little top water bait that I've had in my box forever. And then after that, once it warms up a little, I'm going to just throw some soft plastics around and hopefully we can either catch a big fish or a lot of fish. In the previous times I fished this spot, I caught a lot of numbers but didn't catch anything with size. So I'm hoping today that the top water is able to summon up these bigger fish. The weather is getting primed for some great bass fishing here in the next couple months. Hopefully the water temps start to cool off and these big fish start to get active, and who knows what can happen. Here's the bait I'm going to use today. It is a live target sunfish top water bait. I've had this bait in my box for maybe 5 years. I think it won iCast like a couple years ago. When I did use it, I wasn't able to catch a fish at all. I think today that's going to change. Okay guys, I arrived in the vicinity of this laydown. I'm gonna make my first cast with this thing, and it fishes a lot like a frog. So I'm just gonna walk this thing around in the open water and hopefully we can get some blow-ups in this shallow area. Okay, this thing walks very easily compared to a frog. It actually walks easier than a frog. Okay guys, first impressions of this thing is that it walks really easy. I'm actually surprised by how easy it walks. And then also it moves a ton of water. So hopefully it'll call some fish to it. I'm hoping it doesn't end up actually spooking the fish. But let's make the third cast and see if we can get a bite. Man, I've been so excited for it to get nice and cool here in Texas. This is like really the season where it starts to really pop off and the fishing starts to get really good. The fall is like right when the fish start to feed for the winter, and man, those fish just get big and they get hungry. So I'm gonna take most advantage of this good weather and hopefully I can catch a big fish. Okay, so I'm seeing a little floating grass, so I think it might be worth to make a cast on top of that. Could be one of the only spots that these fish are willing to eat a topwater bait. Oh! Whoa! Oh my gosh, I just had a giant blow. Yep! No! What the hell? Did you guys see that? I just had 2 blow-ups on the same cast from 2 different fish. Okay, I'm gonna throw it back in there and hopefully they'll come back. That was insane. I don't think I'm gonna get 2 blow-ups on the same cast again, but that was pretty nutty. Just tied on the drop shot rig. I put on a 13 fishing little trailer here. It's black and blue because we're still in somewhat low light conditions. When the light rises, I'll probably put on something that's a little more natural. Yep, fish. Oh my god! Just ate my my worm right off me, and I even let him eat it a couple times, and he was swimming away with it. But man, oh man. Let's get it right back in there. Yep, there he is. Woohoo! Would you look at that? That's just a little freaking nugget right there. Nice little 6-incher caught on the robo worm with a drop shot rig. Let's go, boys. At least it beats a skunk. I mean, this thing is the size of my thumb. But anyways, let's see if we can get him to do a couple backflips. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. Whoa, guys, whoa. Something just hit the surface right here. Yep. Fish. Let's go. This one's a little bigger than the last one. Look at that, guys. This one might be a little bit of a pound, huh? Second fish of the day. A little bigger, but still a freaking dink. That one was pretty cool though, because I kind of sight fished him. I saw him hit the surface and then threw the drop shot right on top of him. And he freaking slammed it. At least we're catching something, guys. Look how small his mouth is. Let's see if we can give him a triple backflip and give him a nice release. Woo! He took my worm, so I'm gonna have to put a new worm on, but let's go, boys. Sun's coming out, starting to catch fish. Let's see if there's something along this floating dock here. Perfect cast. Should be a fish sitting under there. If not, I'm gonna get a bunch of grass. Yep. Okay, that's interesting. So I just got a bite. Let's get it back in there. I'm gonna get a little closer so I can get a more accurate cast. Perfect. Yep. Fish. Holy cow, guys. This is like freaking Dink City. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jesus. Hey. Third bass of the day. I guess you got to catch the little ones before you catch the big ones, right? This is Texas bass training right here. Let's give him a nice release. There he goes. Man, these things are energetic this time of year. Okay, let's see if we can catch something on the other corner of this dock. Okay, let's take a fan cast straight out. Yep, there he is. Okay, that's a bigger fish. No, it's not. Okay, bigger than what I have been catching, but he's running right at me now. He hit it like it was a big fish. Okay, yeah, definitely a better sized fish than what I've been catching, guys. I think we've upgraded from major dink status to kinda dink status, 1 pounder status. But man, this guy's long and skinny. He's not very healthy. These bass in this lake are definitely slightly stunted, but that doesn't mean there can't be a big fish in here. So let's get a cooler release on this guy. Look at that. There he goes. Okay guys, been fishing for about an hour on the drop shot. I'm gonna fish it for a little longer. It is fun to catch a small fish, but I'm gonna have to tie something on that, gives me odds to catch one of these big fish in here. The plan is to go all the way back to the spot that I fished at earlier with that topwater bait, and if I have any luck, hopefully I will hook something on the drop shot bait there that's a little bigger. It is the deepest part in the pond. Stay tuned, guys. Let's go. Okay guys, made it back over to the money spot. Let's throw this drop shot around. I know this bait works in spots that freaking other bait didn't. Deepest spot in the pond. Hopefully it holds the biggest fish in the pond. So let's go. Gonna cast it right in that current first. Let it get to the bottom and just jig this bad boy. Yep. Fish. Yep. Let's go. Okay, guys. Jesus. Quick release. That was probably the nicest fish of the day so far. Not a giant, so I'm not pissed that I didn't, get a good video of them. But let's go, boys. So that's the 6th fish of the day, too. So I'm doing really well. Slaying it on this drop shot rig. All right, guys. Last cast in this deep area, and then I'm going to go back and put on something that probably gives me better odds to catch a big one. All right, guys, so I got kind of tired of catching those little dinks So what I did is tie on a mondo worm. I'm gonna throw this around the deeper areas and hopefully I can hook a bigger bass. This is a stunted pond, so there aren't that many big bass in it. My plan is to start at that dock right there, and then I'm gonna move all the way towards the dam over there. That whole section off in this area right here, down from this point, is the deepest and most deep water section of the whole pond. So I'm gonna throw it in there and hopefully I can catch a fish. The other thing is that water park is right there. So maybe the bass, you know, like the activity of the water park, and they'll be hanging out over there. So I'm gonna drag that mondo worm and we'll see if we can catch one. Okay, let's make a cast straight out into this flat area. Perfect. It's really quite impressive how these Guggen Squad baits are like now some of the best baits on the market. People like have a lot of shit on them, but these and then 6 Sense baits are probably the 2 best companies right now in terms of coming out with new and like innovative things. Like really, companies like Strike King and Power Bait, like those companies haven't came out with anything new in like 5 to 10 years. It's honestly quite unbelievable. Really? I hate it when people lose line. It's probably the single worst thing you can do. Next time you guys get a snag or you get a tangle, just put your line in your pocket. Oh my gosh, I got a big fish. Whoo! Oh my gosh, guys. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Holy cow, guys. Okay, guys, the freaking mondo worm. It works. Holy cow. I was throwing it to try and catch a bigger fish, and this is by far the biggest fish I've caught in this pond. Super stoked on that. I'm gonna get him back in there. He's bleeding a little, so we're gonna get him released quickly. Wasn't even paying attention. I was just like, honestly on the phone. Someone called me, and as soon as I started talking, this thing freaking bit my line, and it was a big one. So let's go, boys. Right out in that deeper water, just like I thought. Okay, let's let him swim off. There he goes. Okay guys, so I just realized I didn't film an outro to the video, but we had a pretty successful day today. I caught like 7 bass. I even caught a bass that was like pretty big. If you guys like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I will catch you next time.